Welcome back to my channel, Healing Insights with your girl Kitty G333. It looks like I have 55 minutes of recording time left, so I gotta clean up my pictures. So I did 2 recordings and only one of them is on my phone, okay? After my phone shut down multiple times in the middle of the reading. So I just took the second one down because it would not upload. It was being blocked from being uploaded. So I just deleted it, but I did type what the message contained in the community post. Let's get into this message, okay? So for some of you, there's someone in your energy or someone around you, okay, who is in the devil energy shark. This could be Capricorn, okay? You could be a Capricorn, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or you're dealing with an energy who is like the devil, living in darkness, someone who was once living in darkness and bondage. This could be a contract, even some sort of deal. This could be even a job, right? You could be in a job that, feels like your boss is the devil, right? But the reason why you're there, somebody is in that current position, is because they're going through a spiritual awakening. Now, whoever this is in the 8 of Pentacles, okay? So they may be wherever they're working currently. It may be an apprenticeship, okay? They may be working towards a promotion, or this is the quality. This is talking about even going back to school, getting training, formal education, mastering their craft. There's something here about the quality of your creativity, quality of your work, okay? But just becoming the master of your craft, okay? So sometimes we do make deals with the devil, right? Sometimes we do work for law firms or for people who are sharks, right? And it's because there's growth. There's something for us to learn, okay? So don't always look at this. I'm beginning to see this is not always a evil card. Sometimes you're there to learn, you're there to grow, you're there to shine a light, you're there to get some sort of information, right? You're there to upgrade. All right, listen to your intuition with the moon. What's hidden is by mastering your craft, by taking this training, this apprenticeship, or this job, okay? It leads to a 4 of Wands, homecoming, rest after labor, nirvana with the Ace of Swords, the truth, okay? You having clear vision and discernment. That's what this 8 of Pentacles working for this particular person leads to, okay? You're becoming the best version of yourself. You're learning what it takes. For some of you, this is corporate. This represents corporate, right? Or the government. But you need it in order to, right? Improve the quality of your work, the quality of your skills, the quality of maybe your resume, adding something to your resume. So even this is something that feels like the devil. So for some of you, this could be AI. Like I don't like AI. I don't like the direction it's going, but at the same time, I understand that I need to learn it if I want to go back to work for a big business or corporate, right? So sometimes we make deals, we take deals, and we take jobs that feel like, you're working for the devil. But it's because it's going to lead you here to this 4 of Wands, truth, conquest, having clear vision, being able to use your discernment, awakening your discernment, your intuition, okay? I mean, you're always going to be here. For some of you, maybe you worked at this job for a while, okay? Or you went to this school, or you got this training, or you work with this person, right? But it's so that it would lead you to the 4 of Wands, your happiness. You could find the place, you can create this. Some say happiness is illusion. I say you're lying. I say happiness is what you make it. It's depending on what makes you happy, right? So if something makes you happy, you got to go get the skills needed in order, all right, to fulfill that goal. Milk and honey, listening to your higher power, working with a higher authority, okay, unlocking your mind. For some of you, your higher power is helping you to unlock your mind, okay, that's leading to all of this abundance, blessings, overpour, okay, sweetness, right? you're going to be required meditation before going to work, okay? Creating a meditative practice, all right? Getting your mind right before going to work with this person, okay? Or being around this person. If you know this person is, is a shark, but you need what they know. You need to learn what they know in order to get here. Sometimes you just, keep quiet, pay attention, observe, take notes, all right? And keep moving forward. Justice, to be fair, okay? This is something that's being made fair, okay? So justice is here, all right? So if you were dealing with some sort of negative entity or force or person, something is being balanced out, okay? The scales are being weighed, right? You're someone who is wise. Now, for some of you, you may be showing up like this. You should be showing up to people like this. And it's like, oh, the only reason why she's like this because, she worked for the devil. And it's my life. It's my path. If it wasn't meant for me to do that, if it wasn't meant for me to go there and learn, that door would have been closed. And your point is, are you jealous? So while working for the devil, you went through some sort of spiritual awakening, right? Justice, I could be talking to an air sign like myself. Yeah. You could be taking a moment, reminiscing, looking back at the past. While working for this devil, you could have had a lot of love, right? Love what you do. You're passionate, okay? But now you're getting ready to come to the edge. It's time for you to step forward, okay? You've perfected something. All right? With the owl here, you have the gift now. You awoken your ability to be able to see through the shadows. You woke up your psychic powers. Working for this devil, going through this spiritual awakening, you've mastered something, or you're in the process of mastering something, your psychic abilities. Seeing through the shadows, seeing through illusions. The owl is feminine energy. The moon is feminine energy. Could be talking to a Scorpio. You're being observed. For some of you, you are being observed from the moon, okay? Or someone's watching you from a satellite. They're either listening to you or watching you from a satellite or from orbit, okay? This is what's hitting. Somebody is observing you, okay? But they could be hidden from sight. Yeah, they're observing you go after your goals, pursue your dreams, go the distance towards your 4 wands, right? They're watching you pursue your goals. By the book, Ace of Swords. You're doing it by the book. This could be spiritual law, this could be physical law, could be just some way. This could also be family. Right? Something is also family law. Somebody could be in family law, or maybe you're getting into family law, or that's something you could be in the legal field, right? Or they're watching you go, do something by the book. Ace of Swords underneath. The truth, clear conquest. Hawk spirit. For some of you, you get joy stripping away illusions, okay? Seeing the truth. Maybe some of you find joy in being able, that helps you heal, that helps you move forward. And just knowing the truth, being honest, or with people being honest and truthful, it helps, right? Or just you knowing the truth helps you on your journey. Knowing the truth, you know how to move and who to move around. And who to block and who to keep at arm's length. Right? Yeah, you made some sort of changes. All right, to be fair. You made some sort of necessary changes. Okay, this could have been 11, 9 and 2 is 11. So this could have been you could be born in the month of November, or you could have made some sort of changes took place, okay, in November, okay, in the past. Or there's justice is taking place for someone, okay. Some sort of changes are being made so that something is being made fair for you, okay. Or either you made the changes necessary, all right, and it put you had a spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening is simply awakening your consciousness, or expanding your consciousness, or becoming aware of something being illuminated to you that you were not aware of before, right? Yeah, healing energy. Okay, so for some of you, you're working on healing. Your healing energy. You are acquiring skills. For some of you, a Reiki master, Reiki healer. I could be talking to someone who is a healer like myself. But Eight of Pentacles, for some of you, you may be taking Reiki courses, all right, or studying under someone. Healing, but healing energy, okay? Somebody could also be reminiscing about your healing energy, okay? Your hands or your presence, okay? Are you sending them healing energy, okay? They're observing you go through this transformation. Someone is observing you go through some sort of some sort of transformation here. 22 breaks down into a 4, okay? This healing has transformed something, and it could be even the observer who is observing you, okay, could be transformed. This transformation that you went through, these changes that you made while living in darkness and bonded with the devil, you went through a transformation and you came out being able to see through the shadows and your psychic powers being awakened, okay? Perception. So there's also, you may have your perception changed on something, the yin and yang. You begin to understand the duality, light and darkness, masculine and feminine. All right. So the 4 of Wands, this is about harmony. Okay. So maybe your perception changed when it came to this particular energy. All right. Or either this is also spirit is saying perception. Watching your perception change, or somebody's perception of you has changed since observing you, okay? Maybe somebody's perception of when it comes to black and white, race, okay, or interracial, or people who are mixed, okay, who are both black and white, right? Maybe somebody's perception of you have changed. Maybe you changed somebody's perception, okay? You are going through ascension, bottom of the deck. Home. Okay. So you are, for some of you, you're doing something, you're working on something, all right, by the book. For some of you, this is maybe building a home, purchasing a home, finding a home, building a home, right? But this is you doing something, working towards something. A 4 of Wands, for some of you, a 4 of Wands is a home, right? For some of you, that's your end goal. That's the one thing that you want, or you desire. That's your goal, right? A home. Joy at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. And somebody is angry. There's anger here. Now, you could be angry. An unfinished symphony. Somebody's angry about an unfinished symphony, or somebody's angry. Maybe somebody's angry at the work that you're doing. You know, I know my book pissed off some folks. Okay, the truth came out, and there's still about 30 pages that's missing. Oh boy. Okay, so you could have some people angry at your intellectual property, okay, with what you do, with what you've been given, your task. Okay, some people could be mad at your ascension, mad that you were chosen, mad at your abilities, mad at your training. Okay, there's a lot of anger out here. Now you could be upset too, okay, especially with these last readings that I saw. These last 2 readings that came out, oh, I was most definitely, honey, upset. Teaching. Somebody is angry that you're teaching people. Okay. Y'all got a lot of nerve. Okay. Somebody is angry that you're teaching. That's insane. Do you see how many platforms are out here? Do you see how many teachers, spiritual teachers are out here on the platforms teaching? And y'all got the audacity to be mad at somebody for teaching somebody how to overcome something, how to heal, how to get out of poverty scarcity. They're mad that you're teaching them. Okay, so there's a hierarchy. Mad that you are teaching, that you're teaching. Wow. That's insane. But it's okay for everybody else to teach. I'm qualified to teach and train. You're teaching, they're mad you're teaching people about duality. How to overcome duality. They're mad. This is why they're mad. The angry you're teaching about duality, the pineal gland, the pine, how to access higher knowledge. But see, I don't talk about going. There's a lot of gurus out here that tell you, oh, open up your third eye. And they don't teach anything about the lower chakras. As a healer, I start all of my clients and anybody who come to me, I start them off healing at their lower chakras. And then the heart chakra, then the third chakra, then we move up. You see? They don't see all the work, all the channels I've had and all the messages that I've put out. They just see one thing. They only see this one channel. They don't see the 6, 7 other channels I've had over the 5 past years teaching. For some of you, it could be like that for you. If somebody is upset you're teaching. It's all good. Keep doing you, boo. A reunion of souls. For some people, they're upset. Okay? Because you're helping people reunite, reconnect to their souls. Right? Walking away from an organization, walking away from a group, or walking away from toxic environment, they're reclaiming back their power. They're taking their willpower. This is why they're upset at you, because people are seeing the truth. You're exposing something. People are finally seeing the truth about certain groups and organization. And there are individuals who are having the courage to take back their power and walk away from certain secret and corrupt groups, okay? So that they can get their soul back. This is why they're upset, because they're losing members. They're losing members. People are walking away on finally realizing it's another way. I don't have to set somebody up. I don't have to frame somebody. I don't have to lie on somebody. I don't have to snoop and spy on somebody else and dig through their personal life and betray their trust. Right? DJ. I don't have to betray my friend's trust. For $1, for power, for fame, for a spot in somebody's funky organization. 1919, 1010. There's 2 cycles closing out. People are learning how to honor their energy, water their own garden, cultivate their own garden, prune their own garden, grow their own garden. You're getting people to take back their power, their willpower, stand up. This is why they're upset. This is why they're trying to shut your channel down. You're teaching people about self-love, all of the good things that these people don't want people to do. They want to keep them locked in, oppressed, depressed, and being sucked and used like a battery day in and day out. But it's all good. It's all good. I meant to take out my other cards before. I know this is going to. Hang on, y'all. I want to hurry up and close this out. But I don't know what my other cards. Let's see. Nope, it's not them. Oh, here they are. Okay. Please don't fall. I gotta hurry up and close this. I gotta delete some messages. Okay. Believe in yourself. Squirrel Spirit is here to tell you and to remind you, believe in yourself. Believe in your gifts. All right, what does the Animal Tarot have, the Animal Oracle deck have for us today? Absent my ego. Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait, okay? 53, you could be 53, or you could be a life path 8, or you could be born in 1953. You could be 29, like 88 is here twice. You could be 20, born on the 20th, born on the 29th, the 22nd, the 9th. You could be 44. We have 888 here on the deck. Pig Spirit. Use your mind wisely. The 8 of Pentacles, going back to school, getting that training, getting that education, okay? You went through some sort of transformation. All right? The sweet, if you go back and use your mind wisely and go back to school and finish something, okay, or master your craft, sweet results await. Bee Spirit is here to let you know sweet results await. Rhino Spirit is here to help you overcome any obstacle, okay, while you're going through this transformation. So this could be an obstacle, somebody watching you and observing you, okay? This could even been people who were trying to put pitfalls or blockages, but the Rhino Spirit is here, okay, to help you overcome, all right, in this transformation. You could be 50, okay, or you could be born in 1950, all right? But that's why the intuition, your intuition, your psychic powers, being able to see through the shadows, okay? This is helping you to overcome any obstacle with the Rhino Spirit, okay? Owls could be significant. You could have a pet owl. You could have a tattoo of an owl, or that could be one of your favorite birds, okay? Or you could be a night owl, right? A lot of your work you do at night, okay, when people are sleeping. When it's quiet and you can connect to your higher self, okay? Dragonfly, the truth is transcending some sort of illusion here, okay? Now, truth transcends illusion about some sort of perception. So somebody may have had a false perception of you, okay? Or maybe this is even you, okay? About marriage. This could be even a false perception about marriage or about a home or about you. Now, apply this. The person observing you could have had some sort of false perception when it came to what you were, how you were obtaining a home, or how you were going about getting a home, okay? So somebody had a false perception on how you got married or why you got married, okay? And it's now the truth is coming out. Somebody may have thought you got married for money, but they didn't see in the background what was going on. They didn't know you were dating for years. You know, somebody, you know, a woman, they want to blame the woman, but it's the man who proposed. You see, I've had 3 rings on my finger. 3 men proposed to me. And I wasn't the one going after their BAH. They stayed, they had to pay back BAH. I turned my divorce papers in. Koi spirit with koi fish spirit is here to remind you there is always enough. Okay, men love to call a woman a gold digger, but they don't want to say that the reason why they got married is so that they could build their pocketbooks and come up off of you. Split the deck. That's the truth. I'm gonna go ahead and close this reading out right there. It's time for you to take a leadership role. It's time for a deep dive. Stag, take the lead. Time for a deep dive. Dream the world into being with lizard spirit. Number 38. So your dreams are going to be very significant at this time. Keep a dream journal. There's something you're going to be asked to take lead of for in your job. Take it. And it's going to require a deep dive, meaning heavy work. Your intellect, all right? But it's going to get you where you want to go, all right? Until next time, collective, peace, love, and light.